My friends, welcome back to the channel. I apologize, I hadn't done a lot of videos lately, been super busy. But let's jump into it today. So, how's everybody doing, right? I would say we're about a 8.9 on my scale of 1 to 10 as far as fear goes. It has been rough these past couple of days. I kind of tweeted out some stuff earlier today, which if you haven't done so already, please follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. I mean, stuff like this where I was basically like, not good for AMC, breaking the support right here of the double bottom or the 786. And I mean, look at this, like 94 likes, but 77 comments of just pissed off and frustrated. So we're getting there. And then obviously lost the 786 today. If you haven't done so already, please follow me on Twitter, Colin_Gladman. Excuse me. Been coaching all day. Easiest way to keep up with everything that is going to be going on. News that I see is important. Also, too, I'm going to start tweeting a little bit more about some other stocks, mainly from an educational purpose. So that way, because that's the goal of this channel. I'm not trying to give you guys financial advice or tell you what to do with your portfolio. Everything I'm doing is for educational purposes only. So I talked about this just the other day, where basically I didn't show what stock it was, but I just asked if whether or not it was bullish or bearish, and it was basically forming a descending triangle right here, and the stock was actually Netflix, and it started to get the breakdown today, so that one is not looking good. But that's what I'm going to be doing on Twitter, mainly from an educational standpoint. But like I said, probably 90% or more is still going to be focused on AMC and GME, which is what I wanted to talk about in the video today. So if we go over here to AMC, pretty much, on Friday, I really wanted to see, we got a spinning top candle, which spinning top candles are 50-50 candles, and so it can be, there's more weight that goes to them where they are in the sequence. Now, it can just be a stop along the way to further downside, okay? But anytime you get a spinning top candle and you've had a large push down, there's clearly indecision going on with the stock, and it's a potential reversal candle. But like I always say, great setups need great follow-through. A picture-perfect example of a spinning top being a 50-50 candle at the bottom of a downtrend is right here at what happened on July 6th. And what happened right after that? AMC went on a nice little run before, coming back down. And then another spinning top candle before pushing up. So it's just, every time, though, we get signs of reversal, we are just getting smacked down. We have definitely, in my opinion, lost the big bull uptrend that we had starting on May the 11th. So that was, almost 3.5 months of a bull trend that was really helping AMC push up. We broke through it on Thursday of last week, tried to get back in on Friday, got rejected, and now we got a continuation of the push down. If we do a fib down here from our swing low to our swing high, you can also see how it was, and I'll get in here a little bit closer. You can see how it came down here, pretty much got a perfect touch on the 786, and then got a push back up on Thursday, and then on Friday came all the way up to the 707 at about $9.19. I think it was a couple cents off of that. Yeah, $9.17. So it only missed by a couple of cents on a perfect touch, and then got rejected off. And then today, obviously, we saw a push down, which is an overall crappy market in general. If you see here on our local VPVR, which is volume by price, which the volume down here is measuring it, at the bottom. The volume over here is telling you at what price the volume is taking place. So once we kind of lost, this 850 volume, you can see this large air pocket that was right here, and we pretty much sliced right on through that. Now, the good news is if you look at the point of control, pretty much from over here, from where we tumbled down all of April and then caught the bottom in May, that point of control is going to be right around $7.85, give or take. So I do think we're going to see a solid bounce in that ballpark, which would also be the 885 from fib retracement wise. So anytime you get support tested, and then you get resistance above it, and then you get another push down, and then you see a little bit of support. We saw, I'm going to go in here to the 15-minute time frame. So right here, this is going to be all the 786. So came down here, caught the bottom, pushed all the way back up top to that $9.17, came down here, found support again, but as you can see, the bounce was just weak to nothing. It was hanging on pretty much all day, and then it got pushed down. Now, that is typically an indication of more downside. But just like we've seen with the upsides, we've seen fake breakouts, to the upside. We definitely could see a continuation or a push, right back to the upside, especially if the overall market can continue. And that's a little bit what I want to talk about too, because, and I just said this on Twitter literally like 5-10 minutes ago, I don't personally believe that retail is going to accurately predict a global, economic market crash. Okay, it hasn't ever happened before. Now that's not to say it can't happen. And I also just said on Twitter that I don't think things look great right now. However, I also don't believe that retail is going to be predicting it. So SPY is at a very crucial spot right now. So we've got this macro uptrend where we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 positive reactions on this uptrend. Both previous times, it led to really big moves by SPY. However, this last time, the push-up wasn't, it was much weaker so far. We're not getting any continuation. It got one day of essentially opening and pushing back up, and then bears are 100% in control of what's going on SPY right now as far as I'm concerned. Now, J-Pow's going to be talking either tomorrow or Thursday. I actually believe it's Thursday, and so if we get some dovish news or coming out of that, we potentially could see a push back up towards the upside. But SPY is at critical points right now. If I get in here and really kind of zoom in, you can see how important this uptrend was from the bottom at June 17th. We're also landing and catching support that was support on the way down. And so what I like, if you follow my channel long enough, I really like finding key support and resistance level that has acted as both. So if it's acted as support, if it's acted as resistance on the way up and then it's acted as support on the way down, to me, it carries much more weight. So this kind of right in here at this 391, 390.50, right in that range, you can see that on the push up right here up until June 27th, then it got a massive push down. Then it came back up again and it got rejected off. Then it came back up again and it pushed on through. And when it did push on through, the volume picked up a little bit. And then the very next day, that acted as support. Then you got pushed up, then you got rolled over again, acted as support, and then you got the real big push up. So now we're coming down here and we're catching it as support. We've caught it as 1, 2, 3 days in a row now. It is acted as support. So if things get ugly and this support breaks, what you're most likely going to see is you're going to see a break, and then you'll see some form of a retest, and then you'll see it roll back over and continue to push on down, okay? And that would be the most bearish case for SPY. Then we would be looking at double bottom ranges right around 371 or potentially all the way down to 362 would be where we'd be looking to catch it. Also, too, let me draw a fib. So you go swing low, swing high. Yeah, well, look at that. That's actually pretty encouraging. Perfect 618. So that's a likely place to see a reversal. That's actually very encouraging to see. Now, once again, this is just putting several levels of confluence together to paint an overall picture. There is a case for a reversal right here. Doesn't guarantee it's going to happen. It just means that there's a case for it. You put together the 618 plus the trend line plus the horizontal support at the 390, and there's 3 levels right there of confluence to say, okay, we got some potential for a reversal here. Now, what do we need to see? Of course, we need to see continuation. Potential doesn't mean anything. I tell my athletes in the gym all the time, potential doesn't mean crap. Okay, what matters is continuation and hard work and follow through. Okay, potential or natural athleticism, all it's going to do is going to get you a head start. Okay, what you want to see. So this is a great setup or follow through. I personally swung some Amazon calls overnight, and so there is a potential for a reversal here. Now we need the follow through to actually see it happen. So there is a potential that we get a fake out breakdown here before pushing up. Now, I don't think that's most likely. What I do think is most likely is essentially coming down here to about $7.84 range to $7.50 range, which I'll kind of clear this up here a little bit. Let me get rid of the fib. But if we come down here, this is going to be, where we last saw, some decent support right in here, right around that $7. Let me get a little bit better here. So we kind of caught a double bottom here right before the run on July the 6th at right around $7.68. So we might need to be looking for a double bottom right here before potentially curling back up, okay? The reality is even though we're seeing downside, we're not seeing as sharp of downside as we saw from up here. So from the August 12th high, it quickly lost 44%. And then here this past week and a half, it's only lost another 16%. So the large portion of the move has already come down. If we get in here, let me pull up the RSI. So see, the RSI still isn't even oversold on the daily time frame. So there's definitely room to the downside there. If we look at the 4 hour, it's not oversold. Let's go look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is not oversold, and I've already pointed this out. So we've got some bullish divergences here where essentially the RSI is indicating that there's more positive momentum in the stock while the price has, let's go apples to apples, where the price has continued to trend down, okay? That's indicative of a reversal. It's just when that's going to happen, nobody, myself included, knows. I've put buy orders in for this week for AMC at $7.50. So that's where personally I would be looking to acquire more shares this week. But you got to do what is best for you and your portfolio and your family. If we come over here to AMC and GME on top of each other, they are still tracking right alongside of each other. Nothing has changed there. GME, I also put buy orders in for $22 this week. Once again, do what is best for you. But Gavin May, highly recommend following him on Twitter. He also has a great YouTube channel. I recommend following him there. We lost support here on GME, came up and retested it and got rejected off again. So now we're coming down here. So we got to come down here probably to this $22 level. If we do a fib kind of from our local range of, once again, our swing low to our swing high, it pretty much sliced right through the 786 there. So I might push up and retest before coming back down. But overall, most stocks, GME and AMC definitely look like they have more downside in the tank. Now, of course, I would love to be wrong on that. I would love to see upside. But I also think that, for whatever reason, you can call it the meme stock basket or whatever, AMC is being negatively impacted by GME and Bed Bath & Beyond and everything like that. Like I always say, the rising, meme tide lifts all boats, and the shrinking one can pull it all down. But I'm looking for about 22, hopefully be in the bottom for GME, and I'm looking for about 750 to hopefully be the bottom for AMC. So that's just kind of the update that I've got right now. I really think that, I know I say this a lot, but I really think people need to relax a little bit, because at the end of the day, what you have to look at is you have to look at it from a standpoint of, do I believe in the play or not? And if the answer is no, you need to do what's best for you. And if the answer is yes, you still need to do what is best for you. But for me, I still believe in AMC long-term as a company. Now, we've talked about many times before how there's things that, yes, I want to see them clear up as far as debt goes. But overall, AMC, the company, I still believe in the future of movie theaters. There's a lot of great movies that are going to be coming out. I still believe. The biggest disappointment and downside to me is going to be Ape, just because, and not because like, oh, he hates the dividend or anything like that. What has been a frustration to me is just we haven't seen, really kind of true supply and demand, like I think myself, Trace Trades, all of us were really kind of hoping for. We were hoping for, due to the fact that AMC, or excuse me, the ape wasn't going to have an option chain that we could really see some buying pressure going on. And we just haven't seen that yet. Okay, it's not to say that it can't happen. We just haven't seen that yet. So right now, just a quick look at ape. So ape just came down here, is catching a bounce in its golden pocket from its local swing high to swing low. So I mean, it looks promising. From here, it's potentially, you can see how many times the golden pocket, let me just get in closer here so you can see it real easily, my friends. You can see how many times, this golden pocket, 1, 2, 3, and now 4 times is acting as support. We just, the next big level to get over is going to be the 0.5 at kind of that 506 range. And then attack the 382 and so on and so forth, okay? And it'll be, it'll be interesting to see if this is even potentially the start of an Elliott wave 1, 2 as your hard sell-off, and then wave 3, then wave 4, then wave 5. That is definitely something that I will be looking for. How you would know and be looking at that is once it breaks over the $5 and the 69 cents, what's the price action going to be looking at around there. I bought a bunch more ape right down here, right around this $5 range. So yeah, I'm in it with you guys, okay? But me personally, I believe in the plays. I make money in the market going up, down, sideways, doesn't matter. I highly recommend, learning the strategies for that. I am personally in my Discord, I am starting a challenge where I have deposited $10,000 into an account, and I am purely going to be running the wheel strategy on AMC to show my Discord exactly how it works and why it works, and you can make money the entire time. If you're interested in joining the Discord, please shoot me a DM. I won't have any openings until Friday, but we can get you on the list to get you in. That's pretty much everything. Have a good one, my friends, and we're just going to ride it out, up, down, sideways. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be here. Keep your emotions in check, right? Nothing gets better when you get emotional. Just chill, all right? I'll see you guys on the flip side. I'll see you in the markets. Have a good one. Follow me on Twitter, like and subscribe to the video, all that good stuff. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening.